The division series is on its way close to being done when I'm recording this video. There's been a lot of interesting things, but there's a couple things I want to talk about in this one. Interesting series from the Rangers-Orioles. I mean, the Orioles lost 3-0 in this one, obviously becoming the 1 seed. They had over 100 wins this season. Really thought they're going to at least win one game from Texas. But man, they just did not look good at all. The first game was probably their best game when Texas won 3-2 versus Baltimore. And then the second one and third one were not close at all. I mean, Texas almost scored 20 runs in those two games. So, yeah, just not it for the Orioles. I mean, they scored 9, but once again, it's just not enough. They didn't really pitch well. They didn't really hit well. So, very interesting series that the Orioles played. I think looking into this offseason, you got to start spending some money if you're the GM. I mean, you have a bunch of good rookies. A lot of them should be on Supermaxes like the Braves are doing. For example, I think Adley definitely deserves his contract. I think Gunnar Henderson definitely deserves his contract. We'll see what they do with Santander, O'Hearn, and Mateo because they all perform pretty good in my opinion, especially Santander and Mateo. I mean, it's weird because they got Jackson Holiday. Do you replace him at shortstop? A lot of questions there, but Mateo was 4 for 4 in that game too. I mean, he was really performing. So it'll be interesting to see what the Orioles roster is going to look like next year. I think they have too much talent on this team for too little positions. They're all through their starting 9, so gonna be interesting to see how they do it. I want to see where they spend their money too, because they haven't done anything with that. Still at one of the lowest payrolls right now in the league, so definitely think if they get the cash buck out, start spending some money, get some good pitchers, maybe pick up some decent hitters as well. Or maybe they'd even do some trading. You know, I think that's definitely a possibility. You could definitely trade one of these rookies if you really wanted to, because you have so many of them. But I don't think they're going to go down that trading route. It's a little risky, I think, in my opinion. But interesting to see what they're going to do next season. I think there's a lot of upside for this Orioles team. It does suck right now. They get bounced out of the playoffs pretty quickly. But, man, the future is very bright in Baltimore for this squad. So, very excited to see how this offseason goes for this Orioles squad because it could definitely make or break it. As the Orioles will definitely bounce back next season. I think they'll be a very solid contender next year. I mean, a lot of people didn't expect them to win 100 wins this year, so you have that factor as well. Now, one of the other key things I want to talk about is Clayton Kershaw because we obviously know his contract is up at the end of this season. LA is currently down 2-0 to Arizona. They play tonight when I'm recording this video. I don't know if Clayton Kershaw has thrown his last game in the postseason or in the MLB. He's on the 1-year contract, obviously. You know, he's probably only going to sign with LA, let's be honest. It is interesting if his last game was against Arizona and, he could be done after this year. If they do get swept, I would not be surprised if, he calls it quits. We'll see what happens. I mean, the Dodgers don't really have the best pitching force right now. I mean, with Dustin May injured. You have Julio Urias with this whole suspension thing with the league, so I don't know how that's going to go. I mean, Bobby Miller was their only pitcher that really performed at all. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think he's their best pitcher right now, which kind of sad to say when you think about it. Yeah, I think this Dodger squad had a lot of upside. It's just, but they can't hit, so they can't win games. So it's kind of what it's coming down to. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. Has Kershaw thrown his last pitch? What do you guys think about that? Because, man, it really sucked to see him go. I think he's 100% a Hall of Famer, but it's just going to suck to see him go. Not seeing him in the league anymore, not seeing how dominant he was, especially game 1. I thought he was going to perform, but, man, that went so differently. Another key note is Max Scherzer might be back for the ALCS for the Rangers as well. So that team's only going to get better. This Ranger squad is going to go into the World Series. I'm going to be honest. This team's going to the World Series. Yeah, I think right now this Braves-Phillies matchup has been very fun to watch as well. I've really enjoyed watching these games. They've been very exciting, very close games too. It hasn't really been any blowouts like the other games. So excited to see how this one continues. Currently when I'm recording this series is tied 1-1. So should be pretty exciting who wins that game 3 and 4. And then, if we go back to Atlanta for game 5, we'll see what happens on that front. Yeah, it should be very exciting as the rest of this division series is going to get played out because, a couple of these series has been really fun to watch. A couple of them, kind of been blowouts like the Rangers one, and the Arizona one for the game 1 at least. So very interesting games, very fun division series. I didn't think I'd have this fun watching the games as I am doing. So very exciting. But if you guys are enjoying the games, let me know in the comment section below. I think they've been a lot of fun to watch this year because a lot of new teams in there, a lot of new players in there. We're kind of seeing some of these juggernaut squads kind of fall now. Because we don't have squads like the Yankees anymore. We don't have Cleveland in here anymore. Dodgers really don't look good anymore. You look at the last postseason bracket to this one, all pretty much new different teams. So very exciting to see that. I'm a big fan of that as well. And I'm excited to watch this rest of the postseason. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this division series and about everything that's happened in the postseason. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.